CNBC TV18 exclusive, we learned from sources that PB Fintech wants to become a reinsurer. Yash Jain has all the details for us. Yash, what are you picking up?
Well, Sonia, in the last 1 year, whatever we've spoken about PB Fintech, of course, we've spoken about the improving profitability and business, but we've also largely spoken about the headwinds which the company faces, be it in the form of a parallel insurance aggregation platform from the regulator in the form of Bima Sugam, or, companies looking at more and more direct sales. It is because of this headwinds that the company essentially needed an alternate business channel, largely to diversify its business and raise more revenue streams. What we've been given to understand from our sources is that PB Fintech has started exploring options to get those new revenue streams into its business. What we've been told by our sources is that the company, from an insurance aggregation platform, is now looking to enter the insurance manufacturing space. Insurance manufacturing space is nothing but when you have your own life or general insurance or health insurance products. Also, what sources tell us is that PB Fintech intends to start or enter the insurance manufacturing space firstly from the business to business market. That will be reinsurance, that is reinsuring the insurance company's products, and then eventually looking at general insurance market and later on life insurance market. As far as the general insurance foray is concerned, what we've been told is that the company has had a few informal conversations with the regulator to understand the space, to understand what would be the foray into this particular market. Also, it has sort of onboarded legal consultants to help the company prepare for this big foray. As I said, the company currently is into insurance aggregation where these products are listed on the platform, and now with all these headwinds coming in that business, the competition intensity increasing, is also looking at insurance manufacturing to start with the reinsurance business, later on also look at general insurance and life insurance market. We've written to PB Fintech on this particular development. A response from the company is still awaited.
That's a big story, important story. PB Fintech, I mean, that'll, if they do this, this will change the face of the company. Yash, stay with us because we have Madhukar Ladha Nuvama of Nuvama Institutional Equities, who tracks the sector as well. So if you want to join in for a question or two. Madhukar, good to have you with us here. You heard my colleague Yash detail that story out. PB Fintech not happy with just being a distributor, aggregator, but wants to get into the business for themselves. What do you make of it?
Line or calling.
Okay, I think right at the moment we lost that time, but we'll have him back. Yes, just a quick one if you're still there. This is very preliminary, right? I mean, and the discussions with the regulator have been at a very early stage. What does that mean? I mean, are they asking whether we should apply? Or is the application process already underway? Go on.
Correct. So you very rightly pointed out it's at a very early stage and the conversations with the regulator sort of revolve around the fact that they are an insurance aggregator platform. Is there any conflict of interest that comes in the way, or if that way is cleared for them? Also, the insurance regulator made certain amendments to the reinsurance market very recently, reducing the minimum capital required to start the business from 100 crore to 50 crore. Of course, changing the order of preference as far as the sector is concerned. So understanding all those nuances from the regulator, how does it benefit the company, in what way does it benefit the company? Also, one point which I missed earlier is that it wants to, at this point of time, the intention so far is to start this reinsurance business by itself, which is not to have any partner in the company initially and start this business by itself. It has cash on its books to sort of deploy as far as the gestation period is concerned, and then later on when the business reaches a particular stage, then sort of look at getting a foreign partner or an Indian partner as far as the business is concerned. But initial conversations with the regulator to understand the space, to understand the recent changes which the regulator has made, to understand any sort of conflict of interest for a better entry to the foray.
Okay, Madhukar is with us of Nuvama. He tracks the space. Madhukar, what do you make of the story?
Hi, good morning. So,
Good morning.
I think, PB obviously has a lot of data available to it in terms of, what sort of customers profiles are, their demand is. And I think they can also help in designing of products. So over here, I think what they'll try to do is make more white label products with insurers and basically provide insurers with reinsurance capacity behind the scene, right? And rather than spending a lot more on going directly to the consumer, the cost in this business will be limited because you're not spending that much on branding, marketing, etc. And you get some portion of the risk and some profit of that risk that you take, while as you sort of underwrite that business and you provide some reinsurance support to your general insurance partners.
Okay.
And
Madhukar, you don't see any? There's no conflict of interest, right? I mean, they can be an insurer and then kind of distribute the products as well, right? I mean, it's not as if on their platform they have all insurance companies. I think they don't have one or two big ones.
I don't see a big conflict of interest of here.
Okay.
Because they can be a distributor and a reinsurer.
Sure.
Right?
And does it say anything about their existing aggregation business, that they feel the aggregation business, because of Bima Sugam, etc., is under threat, so they need to sort of move into this? Is that one way to look at it, or not really?
Not really. I think it's just a case of in forward-backward integration into the insurance space. And I think on the new business side, PB reported strong growth even in the last quarter. And my sense is Bima Sugam is still some time away, and insurance is still a very push product. So I would not read too much into Bima Sugam at this point in time.
Hello Madhukar, this is Yash here. Thank you for taking the question. My question to you is essentially, not on the conflict of interest, but as far as the current business is concerned, there are life and general and health insurance products which are listed from various companies. Let's look at the scenario where PB Fintech looks at becoming a manufacturer in the general insurance business or life. Not conflict of interest, but does that sort of impact the current aggregation business? Do you see a threat of these life general insurance companies coming forward and saying listen, we are on your platform, you have your own product on the same platform, there could be a preference, there could not be a preference. Do you see that sort of conflict coming in from the existing players on the business and impacting the existing business?
That is a possibility if you become a direct sort of manufacturer and a B2C sort of player for general and life insurance. That is definitely a possibility because, you will have access to a lot of these platforms and products and sales numbers, those sort of things. So other companies may not like it that much. But as far as the reinsurance business is concerned, I don't see that being a problem.
Okay. All right. Madhukar, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us with those inputs. Yash, thank you for joining us with that story. It's an interesting one. Changes the profile of the company from an aggregation platform, as we all know it. Policy Bazaar, of course, synonymous with a platform which aggregates these policies and products. Thanks very much. We'll take a very quick commercial break here. On the other side, we'll shift our focus to the commodity segment. Manisha is going to be joining us with exactly that. Stay with us.